This is your host, Jason Snellgrove, and I will be your guide as we journey down the road to pleasure hunt or hitting the long trail to those great comp hunts. This is the Coonhound Collective All right, we're back at it today here at the main headquarters. We're not at east of here today. The cat's fixing to get some coffee.
Cat, you're going to end up being Cashew Kitty here in a minute. Why is that thing drinking out of my cup? Getting over in it?
It likes coffee. I put a little coffee in his bowl in there with his feed. It's like water baiting them.
Oh, that's a good thing that thing belongs to your wife. I don't even like football, and I'd have made a field goal just about 5 seconds ago. Hey, Judge.
Yeah.
Listen just a second.
Nope.
Listen.
Nope.
You hear me in there, Judge?
Oh, yeah, I got you.
Tree me right there.
I don't think he's going to stay, but okay.
We'll find out. Let's head toward him.
All right. All right. What are we talking about tonight besides your usual gimmicks?
Well, we kind of got us a guest on here.
Yeah, I know. You want to introduce him? Go ahead.
Go ahead. Well, he contacted you, so you kind of explain.
All right. So, we got, as Brett says, Garrett, Billy Ray.
Garrett, Billy Ray, Cunningham.
They
call him Billy Ray down there in Booger County.
Yeah. So, Garrett, you coon hunt and mess with some short-legged dogs.
Yeah, you call them short-legged dogs, yeah.
Yeah.
Beagles. He's a beagler.
Yeah. Yeah, you kind of famous in the Beagle thing. I see you getting your picture took quite a bit.
I travel around a little bit.
Yeah.
Try to do as much as I can.
So explain, because I ain't never hunted anything with a Beagle. I've seen some half Basset Hound, half Beagles run deer, but how did this whole Beagle competition thing?
Well, wait a minute. Before you jump the wrong animal.
What?
We kind of need to tell.
I'm trying to get a background here of how the Beagles work.
I know, but the reason he's here.
Oh, well, okay. The reason why Garrett's here, we've been talking, and he's interested in maybe doing some podcasts, talking about some Beagle dogs, and I'm going to try to help him out, show him how to use some of this equipment. Maybe if he's interested, he may release a few till he gets his feet under him here on the Coonhound Collective podcast as extra episodes, or for as long as he wants to. We've talked about this already, and but he's just kind of here to see how things work, and we're going to be doing another interview here in a little bit, and Garrett's going to help us out with it, so he can kind of get a feel with it. If Brett will stop fidgeting with stuff.
I'm going to tell you right now, he's training under the right. You're training under the right place. Yeah. Mr. Radio Voice down there.
Oh, yeah. But now back to where we was at. I was going to get to that in a minute, but yeah, you can hear it.
Well, I'm sorry. Let me just put it in my pocket.
How does this Beagle thing work?
My chair's squeaking. Is that my chair?
Yeah, it's your chair. You won't be still.
Well, I've drank a little bit too much coffee. I'm kind of fidgety.
We'll put it back down there and let the cat have it.
No.
So you made me lose my train of thought. So the Beagle thing.
Yeah.
How does that work? I mean, do you draw out on cast like coon hunts?
It's just like the coon hounds. You draw it in 4-dog cast.
Okay.
Unless you don't have 4-dog. I mean, you go to 3 dogs, whatever. Like the point system, is that what you mean?
Yeah, I mean, how do you get to your point? I mean, I don't know nothing about it.
Well, wait a minute. Before we get into the point system deal, I've noticed that almost every picture of, like, all these Beagle competitions, what's so funny?
Nothing, go ahead.
Almost all the pictures of these Beagle competitions they all do look like walker dogs. So I know you, when you coon hunt predominantly with walker dogs. You're kind of a walker dog man, and you're a beagler, and so I don't know much about the walker dog breed. So are they like a miniature version of a walker dog, or did they breed other dogs into these beagles and make them long-legged? Is that where they got the walker dogs from, or can you enlighten until? Huh?
I don't know where you get this stuff.
Well, they're identical.
They look a little close to. They look a little similar.
I mean, if you mixed up 20 puppies, beagle puppies and walker dog puppies, how are you going to tell them apart?
Give them 6 months.
No, right out the gate, not in 6 months. Beagle puppies, like 5 weeks old, 3 weeks old. You couldn't tell.
No, you couldn't. I guess.
Okay, now
It'd be like a bunch of Rhode Island red chickens.
yeah. Hey, on a serious
In a
note,
pen, 100 of them or so, you wouldn't be able.
on a serious note, do they have like black and tan, blue tick, or is it just the typical beagle you see?
Most of your beagles are tricolored. I mean, you'll see some. There's a handful of blue tick beagles, but most of them are tricolors. There is a few black and tans, but it's all just, they don't have actual breed registries like the coonhounds do. But there's just different colors.
Yeah.
So a beagle's a beagle.
Beagle's a beagle.
Okay.
They're just different colors.
They're just different.
Stop touching the
Lemon
headset.
beagles.
There is lemon beagles, chocolate beagles, but it just goes down like whenever you register a litter of pups, it'll have, if you puppy register, you hand that to the person that buys the pup, and then they just put the
Color on it.
on there.
So, yeah, he's a little bossy.
Well, he needs to step up to the mic and you turn him up. I don't think he's very loud.
So, explain, before you was interrupted, explain the whole, you draw out on a cast 3 or 4 dogs, whatever you got there.
You'll draw it on a cast just like coonhounds, and then you go out and hunt. Somebody will guide you. You have a judge. Sometimes they're the same person. Sometimes you try to split them up. We try to split them up as best we can. Have a different guide and judge. And then your point system, you'll turn the dogs loose. First 3 minutes, you don't have to strike your dog. Just like coonhounds where it's the first minute.
Mm-hmm. Dang.
But instead it's 3 minutes.
That's a long time.
Yeah. And then...
what's the purpose of so long, the 3 minutes? Are they pretty babbly?
I guess to cover a babbling dog.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you hit like some dogs, when you cut them out of the box, they might go over and hit a feeder track early in the morning, and they're a little tougher to run.
Yeah.
So they might give them a little more time.
Or hit a deer that stirred that night, or.
Yeah, that could happen too.
Okay.
It's happened. We'll get on to that. So after the 3 minutes, if you haven't struck your dog already, then you can go ahead and strike your dog. And the point system for strikes is 100, 75, 50, and 50. Third and fourth are both the same strike. They changed that, and I think it was 22. They switched it from 50 to 25 to 50 and 50.
Okay.
And then rabbit's got to make a circle for you to either decide that it's plussed or line. So after you come to the conclusion, hey, rabbit's plussed, we're ready to score a line. And then after that happens,
You have to see the rabbit.
you have to see the rabbit to call a line. Yes. You got to see rabbit to call a line. When you call the line, you got to have a majority there with the judge to score a line. Just like in the coonhound scoring a tree, you got to have a majority and the judge.
Yeah.
So you call that line. First dog through is 100, 85, 70, and 55. Those are your line points. You can score 3 lines on one rabbit. After you score 3 lines, you got to pick the dogs up and turn loose somewhere else because they don't want more than 3 lines on one rabbit.
So he can take 3 NASCAR laps, and that's what you want.
Yes.
You want that sucker just to wing in and your dog behind him.
Mm-hmm. Score 3 lines as fast as possible, pick them up, and go do it again.
So
Nice.
when you call a line, you're like between that tree and that tree. Is that what you're doing?
We got lasers now. It's went up. Used to it was in between this sprout and that big tree.
Mm-hmm.
Rabbit come through there, and a lot of people arm's width on either side, whatever.
How do you pick the line?
Where you see the rabbit at.
Oh.
You establish the line where you seen the rabbit at, so you got to describe it to other people. So if we was right here, right where in between this door and that plywood sheet on that door over there,
Yeah.
right in between there is where that rabbit went. So when your dogs come through, that's where you scored at. But we've got to the point now, a lot of people have a laser, so you just shine the laser, hey, right there. That's where the rabbit went.
Oh, you just shine on the spot?
Yes. Just like when you're shining a coon in a tree in a night hunt, if you can't see
So
the eyes, you'll shine your laser up there. Hey, Judge, he's up in this right
There's a little leeway on that kind of.
Yeah, for the most part.
Is it kind of like, like in some of the squirrel registries, when they get treed, they get, I think, 60 feet around that tree? Is it, do you get so many feet around that area?
Yeah. It's a lot of people. I mean, I'm one, I kind of like at arm's length. My arms are a little longer than most people, and it varies on good scenting days. Dogs are wide open field. A lot of people get mad at you because, hey, you just judged this one in the briar patch over here, and it was 3 foot wide, and that one over there is 10 foot wide. But whenever you got 4 male dogs running through the top of a wide open field, they're going to get a little rough. And whenever them 4 dogs are stroking off that hill, wide open, you can't help but score the dogs, in my opinion. And then you come down here in a briar patch, and you got 4 male dogs, and one of them comes out right where you seen that rabbit, and the other one come over here 5 foot, and pop out and then come right over to that other dog. Obviously, one dog scores.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Boy, that could get a little confusing and like fast paced, and things can happen. You can miss some calls, couldn't you?
Yes, you can.
So you only got one judge?
One judge.
And
Hunting judge?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's why I was fixing to ask. Was it a hunting
Usually
judge?
it's a hunting judge.
So you want to be carrying a card in this one too? Go ahead, tell us.
No.
Okay.
I do get handed a card a lot, though.
Okay.
Is it predominantly a UKC deal, or is there other registries that put them on?
There is other registries. PKC. There's a deal now they started that's ABC, and some guys up in Illinois started it, and it's a kind of like a money. It'd be closer to pro sport.
Okay.
It's not near as big entry fees though, but I mean it's all money dealings, whatever. They have no registry, but then you got PKC and then AKC. It's large pack, whatever. It's a big. I couldn't even begin to tell you where that is. Then there's an NKC also.
But you've done some winning in, I guess, UKC, right?
Yeah, UKC is pretty well. I've went to 2 PKC hunts in my life.
Okay. So what kind of, for somebody that knows what you be talking about, because I won't, but what things have you won with the Beagles?
Beagles, I'll try to kind of do it in order, but I've placed in the top 10 in the Missouri State Hunt 4 times, I think.
Really?
Multiple different dogs, though. One year, I won the Missouri State Hunt and Show in the same year. And then I was hunting a dog for Johnny Barkdahl, and she won the same dog won the hunt and show. That don't happen very often. And then
I cooned with Johnny one night.
Yeah. And then that was Clifty Creek's Alligators, what her name was. And then go on. I've got my male dog. He got 5th or 6th, whatever, in the Missouri State Hunt. And then I've won 1st and 2nd last year at the Missouri State Hunt. I'd won it with my dog that Mike Rohr, my partner on a lot of dogs, he handled for me. He actually won it, and I got 2nd with my old female. And I got 4th at Nationals this year in the Champions Division. I'm not sure. There was probably over 100 dogs in that division there. And it was 3 different rounds. I won 2 casts, got in the Final 4, and took 300 minus out of the gate on Baby Rabbit. That didn't work out too well for me. But then...
Can I interrupt you a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
300 minus on a Baby Rabbit.
So...
How's that?
Got struck in for 100 3 different times by himself. Took 100 minus because he couldn't produce the track.
Oh.
So if you cannot produce the track, you take 100 minus. You get whatever you're struck in for.
Oh, Baby Rabbit just didn't get far from the hole, or what?
They were hard to run.
Okay.
But he got, I went out there and he got struck in, and no other dog get struck in with him. Say there's one that got struck in for 75, and both of them dogs couldn't produce the rabbit. I'd take 100 minus, he'd take 75 minus.
Can you minus out?
Yeah, that's 300 minus.
Oh, you minused out.
I minused out and had to walk back to the truck in the Final 4 of the Nationals. It wasn't real good. But then I've got 2nd in the Iowa State Hunt with my male dog. Me and Mike hunted a Pro Slam. Coonhound's got that in UKC, Pro Slams. We put one on at Wassola, Jason Snelson did. And I entered 3 dogs in that, $300 entry. Mike hunted Reject, we call him. He won the first round. I won first round with my female Tater. And then we got to the final 4. He got first, and I got third. And that paid $2,000 to first and $600 to third. So we done all right in that hunt.
Yeah.
But
awesome.
Trying to think. And then I've placed in the Eliminator top 10. But just we state hunt, Eliminator, Nationals, and World Hunt. That's really the big hunts I've been to. I placed in top 16 at the World Hunt last year with Mike Roy's dog named Hattie. She's last year she got in the top 16, got out there in semifinals cast. She's got a shoulder problem and she went to limping real bad. I had to withdraw her, so or else I'd have went to the top 4.
And y'all hold some big hunts down there around Ava, right?
At the Ava Club, we have the Eliminator in February every year. Mm-hmm. And there's one, it's East and West Eliminator. So there'll be one over in like West Virginia, Tennessee, somewhere over in there.
Oh, okay.
That's where the other one is.
I just see stuff on Facebook or whatever every once in a while. And
then we'll have the state hunt. It's normally held at Ava also.
Oh, okay.
How many dogs at the World?
We went
How does that break down?
We went to Pennsylvania last year in November, and there was, I want to say it was over 300 dogs.
No kidding.
World hunt.
Don't have to qualify?
No, it's not like the Coonhounds. You don't
just show up and hunt.
Well, I mean, you got to win a world qualifier, but you don't hunt regions or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
You got to win a world qualifier just like an RQE in the Coonhounds. And if you get a plus point cast win, that qualifies you for the world hunt. You can also qualify at nationals with plus point cast win, which they call it the Big Five. So it's nationals, McVeigh hunt, which is in Ohio, NHBA days, the Eliminator. You can qualify for the world hunt at all of them. They're all world qualifiers. And then you'll have, I want to say they give it to like 7 or 8 world qualifiers per state or something like that.
So, just a little history. How, I guess, is UKC maybe the register that's been doing this the longest with the Beagles, or is there?
I think AKC probably was, but now don't quote me on that because I'm new. I mean, I've been in it for UKC for five or 6 years now. Well, I guess I started hunting 6 years ago, but I had Beagles in 2017. I started with Beagles, but didn't start Beagle hunting until 2019.
But UKC's been doing it for a long time.
UKC's been doing it for a long time. I want to say their first world hunt. I'm probably wrong, but I want to say somewhere in the 80s or something.
Okay.
90s.
So there's a little history there, and I'm sure just like with the Coonhounds, there's probably breeders that breed.
Oh yeah,
certain lines for certain things. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. I didn't know. You may want one that's wild and crazy, and one that's you can train like Lassie or something. I didn't know.
They say AKC dogs are a little more tighter, slower type dog, but I kind of want one a little faster, get up and go to it. So that's kind of style of dog I hunt.
Moving around.
Yeah, I want something when you cut it loose, it's gonna go get in the briars and hunt.
Yeah.
And if it don't jump a rabbit, it's gonna, which they're pack dogs, so get to the other dogs if they jump one. But most of the time, my dog's by himself, and it's either he's a hero or a zero, what we like to call it.
Yeah.
So
are you seeing? I mean, as independent, I know like with Coonhounds, we went through a thing where it was a calling contest basically, and now you go and you usually walk to 3 or 4 different trees.
Yeah.
Is it kind of conveying over in the Beagles to kind of becoming the same way, or are they still packing?
Well, they're always going to be pack dogs. Mm-hmm. That's what they're bred for. They're always going to be pack dogs, but I like a dog that likes to hunt by itself. And so there's some other people that do. I mean, you'll see a lot more dogs that split off to themselves than you will that's hunting, looking for another dog to hunt with. So
if you turn 4 loose and these 3 go right and this one goes left, and he starts opening and you see the rabbit, he gets plus for 100.
Well, he's got to make a circle.
Okay, he's got to make a circle first.
Where he struck it, he's got to get back to that spot. You got to see the rabbit back in that spot.
How big a circle does he got to make? Does it matter?
Use your best judgment.
Oh, wow.
And so then you would call line, and then when he crosses, he gets 100 plus?
Yeah.
Okay.
But now, your other dogs more than likely will be there before you call line.
They will come to him?
Yes.
Okay.
If another dog gets open running before they find a track.
I'm just trying to figure out, can a Me Too dog win this thing?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. That's what I was trying to figure out
If
here.
that dog gets there, because the dog has to make 51% of that circle to
Okay.
be eligible for the line.
Okay, gotcha.
So say this dog goes 100 yards over here, these 3 dogs go 100 yards, and these dogs over here get struck at whenever in that circle, and he comes back all the way around and you see that rabbit, they can still get scored in that circle because they was there. So
Interesting. Yeah, I'm just dumb as a hog about this stuff. I've never even asked anybody or talked to anybody about it. Have you?
No,
Yeah.
no. I mean, we had some.
They come by me, they're getting a bunch of lead shot at them. Usually I ain't.
There's some guys
probably not hit any, do you?
In the yard. They don't even have to have a dog behind them. I'm not a big rabbit guy anymore. There's some of them, huh?
You're one of them jump shooters.
Yeah.
Turn a bunch of pack dogs loose and start walking through there. And every rabbit you kick up, you shoot also.
To be honest, we had beagles when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And you're going to laugh. This is truth. You're going to laugh too. But we had beagles, and we had a Doberman Pinscher that would go along with us while we was rabbit hunting.
Yeah.
And the Doberman Pinscher got treeing squirrels. We had a beagle dog started treeing squirrels.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I look back on it and I'm like, don't ever hear anybody talking about no beagle dogs treeing no squirrels.
No, I got one for you.
Do you really?
Yeah. I was
good.
I was running one day, and my dog I call Ball Peen, which he's got a whole past, whatever. You can talk about him for 2 hours. Got down there, turned loose by himself, hunting by my house. And he gets down here and gets struck and runs just like, it's like a little 5-acre spot, whatever. Perfect for soloing a dog or the path down the middle of it. He's running in there. About that time, I hear something in the brush over there beside me. I mean, probably 15 yards, and it just running through the brush, and he's just down here just stroking. Next thing I know, he comes right up that path by that brush beside me. There's a tree, and look up, there's a house cat up there. About that time, he gets over on that tree, and he goes treeing a little bit on him, and then I went over and got him caught, whatever. But
give him a lesson.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he treed a house cat, and
I'll be darned.
actually treed on it. But he would run deer. He'd run anything that laid a track for the first year of his life, year and a half. Couldn't get him broke off of him. It was hard.
Really?
Yeah. Finally got him broke. Knock on wood.
Mm-hmm. That's plastic table, by the way.
I was hoping this would. Got a blanket over it. I can't see it.
I had to do that because Brett fidgeted so bad.
What's that?
Put the blanket over it.
You could hang meat down here. I'm thinking about pulling that blanket off that table. 100 degrees outside, 40 in here.
It's good and cold.
That vent's hitting me just right.
We can close it.
No, it's good.
So
Should have grabbed my hoodie out
when you
there.
hunt the kangaroo, does he run by and put the rabbits in his pouch?
I don't know. I never took him hunting with me.
Oh.
He just stayed in the dog pen down there, but
Oh, okay.
he's gone now.
Oh, that's right.
You should have took him with you.
That'd been something to say.
I brought him to the Hoochman hunt.
Oh, yeah, you did, didn't
Yeah,
you?
I
Got a
went
picture of him
I
there.
took a picture of him with Josh Riley and them boys.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot.
We even put the King of Hunt trophy right there with him on the bench. me, Josh Riley, and Mike Tramble. We took a picture with him.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. That's good.
Yeah, I think I even put it on Facebook. I said, what did I don't even remember his name now, but whatever he was called, he won King of Hunt up there.
That's funny. I've seen it on there.
Yeah.
Well, basically, I mean, we just want to introduce you, and you're going to sit in and on this one, and maybe some more if you want to, and if it's something you think you want to do, then we'll get it figured out, and like I said, you can start releasing under here, or I can help you get something set up, or whatever you want to do, but it'd be interesting, and I think especially if you go through like some of the stuff we were talking about, kind of break it down into, layman terms of understanding what it does, and maybe get some of those breeders that's been breeding these dogs for a while on there. It definitely would be interesting to listen to for sure.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Well, you got anything else to add before we stop this one and start another one?
I don't think I do.
Because we're about 25 minutes in, and I know we got to make a phone call.
No, I'm glad Garrett Cummins is going to do this. It's a good deal.
Even though you did leave him.
I didn't even have...
Yeah,
no,
you left me.
I didn't leave him.
You were supposed to give me like an hour heads up.
No, I told you that I was going to call you and let you know. I told you I was going to meet you at 5.
Yeah.
And I called him. He said, boy, I'm glad you called me. Oh, I said, what's the matter? He said, well, I took a shower and fell asleep on the couch. I'll just have to drive over there. I'm like, it's an hour, 45-minute drive for you. You could have met me up here and rode with me over here or whatever.
You want to know what's funny?
Beagle.
Most of the beagle hunters, they have to call me in the mornings to make sure that I'm either coming to the hunt or not.
That's awful. And I got a picture of you over at the clubhouse at a coon hunt after we come back too. So
I do a lot of sleeping.
Yeah.
So, well, that's Garrett. That's his story. We're gonna see if he likes doing this. If he does, we'll maybe be releasing a few. So y'all stay tuned for that in the future. And we're gonna get off here. You wanna play some cornhole?
Garrett, Billy Ray, Cunningham.
Yeah.
They call you Billy Ray, don't they?
You and a couple others, I guess. Yep.
Because that
mullet.
That mullet.
Yeah.
They call him Big Money. So.
I don't know why.
He's got pockets full.
Yeah, I know. He keeps claiming he don't.
All them Walker
broke as the
dogs
10 Commandments.
Yeah.
All them what?
All them Walker dogs you keep selling.
Yeah,
That is a lie.
Hey, and he's
That's
going
a lie.
out and he's buying them things and
Where's
he's
the
hunting them.
Where's the off button on that little machine? Which button do we shut
He's
this
hunting
thing
them and
off?
he's selling them before I can ever get a picture of it.
He don't let nobody see him.
Yeah.
That's a lie. You guys ought to be ashamed of yourself.
I'm going to catch
talking
one
about
in his
me like
pen
this.
down there and take a picture of it one day.
You'd have to put it there, then take the photo.
Hey, don't worry. I got one in the house. I can take over there.
Yeah. Why does that work?
Yeah. I know where he lives.
All right, we're out. Let's,
Hey, your cornhole board that your wife got for you does look awesome. You ought to set that up and take a picture of it, put it on the
yeah. And
Coonhound Collective Facebook page.
and real cornfield beanbags.
Yeah, I see them, and they match that too, don't they?
There's yellow and orange ones, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's nice. I like it.
Yeah,
Pretty cool.
We'll go set up somewhere at a hunt. I may take them so we.
I ain't played very often, but I'm sure you boys can't beat me.
I'm pretty sure I can't. I'm terrible.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
But I think that's why she got them, so I could practice so I didn't look so bad up here at the church. So, all right, we're out of here. Thanks, guys, for listening to the Coonhound Collective podcast today. We really appreciate you taking your time out of your day to listen to the podcast. If you don't mind, head over to Facebook and give us a like, and head over to Instagram and give us a follow. It's both at the Coonhound Collective. Also, if you would like to reach us here at the Coonhound Collective, you can reach us at thecoonhoundcollective@gmail.com. If there's someone that you would like to hear on the podcast or a product that you would like to hear talked about, please send it to thecoonhoundcollective@gmail.com. Thanks again. Have a great day.